I'm joined now by Dr. Daniel Gottschall. He is the Vice President of Medical Affairs in the Fairfield region for Hartford Healthcare. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me again.
When we've been hearing about Fairfield County, that area has had some of the highest numbers of COVID positive patients being close to New York. How have things changed now, especially as the state starts to reopen?
So we've actually to date over the last 2 months, we've treated 462 patients in our hospital that were known to be positive. Our highest surge was back on April 19th when we actually had 145 patients in the hospital, 45 of which were in the ICU. When we look just a month later, luckily we're at 66 patients with just 17 in the ICU. So our numbers certainly, continue to go in the right direction. However, we still continue to see new patients every day. Yesterday we got 5. The day before that we got 11. So we're transferring patients home. To date, we've actually transferred, north of 320 patients have been transitioned to their home. But we're being very diligent.
And of course, you're speaking especially from St. Vincent. What about the very troubling disease that parents are worried about with children? Are you seeing that inflammatory syndrome here in Connecticut?
We are seeing it. We've only seen one, so it's a lot different than we're hearing from our colleagues across the border in New York. That really is a reactivation, we believe, of children that had the virus, maybe were not symptomatic, and now have antibodies. But it really hasn't been a big clinical concern on a daily basis for us. I think we're lucky.
As people head off for their Memorial Day weekends, what can you say to them about just trying to stay safe, but also enjoy themselves?
Yeah, it's so hard, right? The weather is beautiful. We all, myself, my family, our colleagues, certainly our healthcare workers, we want to get out and get some sun and unwind. And I would just remind everybody, please be diligent. Wear your masks, socially distance, wash your hands, and be very, very careful. And don't forget about enjoying yourselves, but make sure that you still remember that there is a deadly disease out there that is very contagious.
Thank you so much, Doctor. We hope you have a wonderful weekend and hope your staff can get a little bit of rest as the days go on.
Thank you so much for having me. Happy Memorial Day to everyone.